Oh my goodness, beautiful souls, if you're seeing this right now, this is not by accident. The energy that I'm picking up on is absolutely explosive, and I need you to listen very carefully because what I'm about to reveal to you is going to validate so much of what you've been experiencing lately. Welcome back to Twin Soul Collective Guidance. I'm Blue, and today we need to talk about something that honestly shocked me when these cards started revealing themselves. I'm talking about actual voodoo doll energy being used against you and the absolutely devastating karma that's coming back to destroy the people who thought they could harm you. Now, before we dive deep into this, I need you to understand that this message is incredibly specific and it may not resonate with everyone watching, and that's completely okay. Only take what resonates with you, leave the rest behind. But if you've been feeling strange symptoms, unexplained exhaustion, mysterious aches and pains, or like someone has been spiritually attacking you, then beautiful soul, you need to hear every single word of this reading because the divine has a message for you that's going to change everything. So, let me tell you what happened when I sat down to do this reading for you today. The very first card that flew out of this deck, and I mean it literally jumped out, was the Justice card. And when I saw this card land on my table, I actually had to pause because the energy was so intense. The Justice card is telling me that the universe, the divine, God, whatever higher power you believe in, has seen everything that's been done to you. Every single attack, every bit of negativity, every curse, every spell, every malicious thought that's been sent your way, it's all been recorded, and now the cosmic scales are balancing themselves out in the most devastating way for your enemies. This isn't just regular karma, beautiful souls. This is divine intervention on a level that's going to leave these people absolutely shattered. The Justice card doesn't play games, and it doesn't show mercy to those who have intentionally tried to harm innocent people. And that's exactly what you are. You're innocent in all of this. You've been living your life, minding your own business, trying to build something beautiful for yourself, and these people couldn't stand to see you shine. Now, when the Justice card came out, I immediately felt this heavy, dark energy, and I knew we were dealing with something serious here. So I asked Spirit to show me exactly what's been going on, and that's when the Ten of Swords appeared, and oh my goodness, this card confirmed everything. The Ten of Swords is showing me betrayal, backstabbing, and specifically I'm seeing this image of someone lying face down with swords in their back, and this is representing you. You have been under severe spiritual attack, and I need you to understand that this wasn't just negative thoughts or jealousy. This was calculated, intentional dark magic being directed at you. The moment I saw this card, I heard the words voodoo doll so clearly in my mind, and I have to tell you, in all my years of reading tarot, I have never picked up on voodoo doll energy this strongly before. Someone, and I'm feeling like it might even be multiple people working together, has been using actual voodoo or root work or some form of dark magic against you with a doll or puppet that represents you. This is why you've been feeling so strange lately. Let me describe what you might have been experiencing because I'm picking up on this so clearly right now. You've probably had unexplained body aches and pains that seem to move around your body with no medical explanation. Maybe you wake up and your neck is killing you, or your back is in knots, or your joints feel like you're suddenly 80 years old even though you're not. You might have had splitting headaches that come out of nowhere, especially around the full moon. I'm seeing extreme fatigue where you just cannot get out of bed no matter how much you sleep, like someone is literally draining your life force energy. Some of you might have experienced weird symptoms like numbness in your extremities. I'm specifically picking up on toes going numb for someone watching this, or tingling sensations, or feeling like you're being poked or prodded when nobody is there. You might have had a complete loss of motivation where projects you were excited about suddenly feel impossible to complete. Your creativity might have dried up, your sex drive might have disappeared. You might have felt depressed or anxious for no reason. Some of you might have even felt like you were losing your mind because these symptoms made no sense and doctors couldn't find anything wrong with you. Well, beautiful soul, now you know why. This wasn't in your head, this was a very real spiritual attack. But here's where this reading gets absolutely incredible, and I need you to really hear this. The third card that came out was the High Priestess. And when I saw her appear, I literally got chills all over my body because I understood immediately what Spirit was telling me. You are not just an ordinary person, you are an anointed one. You are a chosen one. You are a light worker who carries a very special divine protection around you, whether you fully realize it or not. The High Priestess is showing me that you have spiritual gifts, you have intuition, you have a direct connection to the divine that most people don't have, and this is actually why these people targeted you in the first place. They sensed your power, they sensed your light, they sensed that you were destined for something great, and in their small, miserable, jealous minds, they thought that if they could just knock you down, if they could just dim your light, then somehow they would feel better about their own pathetic lives. But what these absolute fools didn't realize is that you can't touch someone who is anointed by the divine without severe consequences. The High Priestess is telling me that you are under God's protection, you are wrapped in divine white light, and every single attack that was sent to you has been blocked, deflected, and returned to sender with exponential force. Yes, you felt the effects of their attacks because you're human and you have a physical body that responds to energetic assaults, but your soul, your spirit, your essence has remained completely untouched and protected. And now, oh now beautiful souls, now comes the part that's going to make you smile. Now comes the part where your enemies realize they made the biggest mistake of their entire lives, because when you mess with someone who is divinely protected, when you send dark magic to someone who is anointed, that energy doesn't just bounce back to you, it comes back multiplied, amplified, and it brings friends. The universe doesn't just return what you sent, it makes sure you learn a lesson you will never ever forget. This brings me to the fourth card, and when this one came out, I actually laughed out loud because the imagery is so perfect. The Tower card appeared, and this is showing me that your enemies are experiencing their tower moment right now as we speak. Everything in their life is crumbling. Everything they built on lies and negativity and hatred is falling apart in the most dramatic, devastating way possible. The Tower is one of the most intense cards in the entire tarot deck because it represents sudden, shocking, catastrophic change that you cannot stop or control. It's like when a building that looks stable on the outside is actually rotting from the inside, and then one day it just collapses without warning. That's what's happening to these people right now. They thought they were safe. They thought they had gotten away with what they did to you. They thought their little spells and their little dolls and their little rituals were going to destroy you and make them feel powerful. But instead they've called down the wrath of the universe upon themselves, and they are absolutely terrified right now. I'm seeing these people experiencing hauntings in their homes. I'm talking about poltergeist activity. Things moving on their own, hearing footsteps when nobody's there, feeling like they're being watched constantly, waking up at 3 in the morning with sleep paralysis and seeing dark figures in their room. Some of them have attracted demonic attachments or low vibrational entities because when you practice dark magic, you open doorways to dark things, and now those things are feeding off of them. They can't sleep, they can't eat, they can't function. Everything they touch turns to ash. Relationships are falling apart. Jobs are being lost. Money is disappearing. Health is deteriorating. And the best part, the absolutely beautiful part, is that they know exactly why this is happening. They know they brought this on themselves. They know they messed with the wrong person. The look on their faces right now is absolutely priceless because they're experiencing pure terror, and there's nothing they can do to stop what's coming for them. And it gets even better because I pull one more card to see the ultimate outcome of all of this, and the card that appeared was the Six of Wands, which is the victory card, the triumph card, the success card. This is showing me that while your enemies are being demolished by their own karma, you are rising, you are ascending, you are moving into a period of your life that's going to be so blessed, so abundant, so beautiful that you're going to look back on this dark period and realize it was all preparing you for your greatest chapter yet. The Six of Wands shows someone riding through the streets on a horse while crowds cheer for them, celebrating their victory, and that's you, beautiful soul. You're about to have a public victory. You're about to be recognized. You're about to be celebrated. All the hard work you've been putting in, all the silent suffering you've endured, all the times you kept going even when you felt like giving up, it's all about to pay off in ways you can't even imagine right now. I'm seeing new opportunities opening up for you that seemed impossible before. For some of you, this is a new job or a promotion or your own business finally taking off. For others, this is a house move to a beautiful new location where you've always dreamed of living. I'm seeing travel opportunities, maybe a vacation or trip that's going to rejuvenate your soul. I'm picking up very strongly on the month of March being significant for many of you watching this. Something major is going to shift for you in March, whether that's money coming in, an opportunity presenting itself, or even a new love entering your life. And speaking of new love, I'm seeing a very stable, grounded, mature, romantic partner coming in for those of you who are single. This is someone who's going to be the complete opposite of these toxic people from your past. This is someone who's going to be loyal, committed, dedicated, and ready to build something real with you. But here's what I need you to understand about everything that's happening right now. The divine is moving you in a new direction, and it's very important that you keep your future plans hidden and private. I know that might sound strange, but listen to what I'm picking up on here. You still have a lot of people who are very focused on you, very obsessed with you, constantly checking your social media, asking mutual friends about you, energetically stalking you even if they're not physically in your life anymore. There's a group of exes from your past who are drowning in regret right now because they lost you, and they're realizing what an incredible person you are and what a massive mistake they made. There's a separate group of haters and enemies who are still trying to monitor what you're doing, because even though their spells failed and even though they're getting destroyed by karma, they're still obsessed with you because misery loves company and they can't stand to see you winning. So the divine is telling you to move in silence right now. Don't announce your moves before you make them. Don't post about new opportunities until they're solidified. Don't tell people your plans, because there are still energy vampires out there trying to feed off your success or trying to throw obstacles in your path. I'm also picking up that some of you are going to hear about your enemy's karma. You're going to find out through the grapevine or through mutual connections about the terrible things that are happening to these people. And when you hear it, you might feel shocked, or you might even feel a little bit of sympathy because you're a good person with a good heart. But I need you to understand that what's happening to them is divine justice. This isn't you being vindictive or sending negativity back to them. This is the universe correcting an imbalance. These people made choices. They chose to engage in dark magic. They chose to try to harm you. They chose to operate from jealousy and hatred instead of working on themselves and their own lives, and now they're experiencing the natural consequences of those choices. The specific message I'm getting about the person who had the voodoo doll, and I feel like this is one specific person who was either leading this group or working alone. This person is going to experience crippling physical karma. I keep seeing imagery of hands that are gnarled and twisted, like severe arthritis or some kind of condition that's going to make it very difficult for them to use their hands. It's like the universe is saying, since you used your hands to harm someone innocent, now you're going to lose the use of those hands. It sounds harsh, but that's the level of karma we're dealing with here when you try to curse someone who is anointed. What I'm also picking up on is that this has been going on for a while. This wasn't just a one-time thing. The energy I'm seeing is never-ending story, like these people have been sending you negativity consistently, constantly, for weeks or months or maybe even longer. Every time you started to feel better, every time you started to gain momentum, they would send another wave of attacks to knock you back down. It was exhausting for you. It was frustrating. There were probably times when you felt like you were going crazy because you'd have good days and then suddenly crash for no apparent reason. But now that cycle is broken, the attacks have stopped working, the spells have been reversed, the voodoo doll has been neutralized, and you're going to start feeling the shift in your energy very soon if you haven't already. You're going to wake up one day and realize you feel lighter. Your energy is coming back. Your motivation is returning. Your creativity is flowing again. Ideas are coming to you. You feel inspired. You feel hopeful. You feel like yourself again. That's the sign that you've completely cleared this dark energy and you're moving into your blessed era. Now I want to talk about why these people targeted you in the first place, because I think this is important for you to understand. When I look at your energy, I see someone who's been building something real and solid for themselves. You've been working on creating a stable foundation, whether that's in your career, your finances, your home, your personal development, or all of the above. You're not out here bothering anyone. You're not in other people's business. You're focused on your own growth and your own path. But the problem is that your light is so bright that even when you're minding your own business, people can see you shining, people can see you growing, people can see you elevating. And for people who are stuck, who are stagnant, who are miserable in their own lives, your success feels like a personal attack to them even though you've done nothing. Your happiness reminds them of their own unhappiness. Your progress reminds them that they're not progressing. Your light reminds them that they're living in darkness. And instead of being inspired by you, instead of using you as motivation to improve their own lives, they became consumed with jealousy and hatred, and they wanted to bring you down to their level. But here's what they didn't understand. You can't stop someone's destiny. You can't block someone's divine path. You can throw obstacles and you can send attacks and you can do all the dark magic you want, but if someone is meant to rise, they're going to rise. If someone is anointed, they're untouchable. If someone is chosen, the universe will move heaven and earth to make sure they fulfill their purpose. And that's exactly what's happening for you right now. Every door that was closed is opening. Every opportunity that was blocked is clearing. Every plan that was delayed is accelerating. You're entering a period of blossoming abundance where everything you've been working toward is going to start manifesting in the physical realm. The seeds you planted in darkness are about to bloom in the light, and it's going to be more beautiful than you ever imagined. So beautiful souls, if this message resonated with you, if you felt that knowing in your spirit that this reading was meant for you, then I want you to understand that you are so much more powerful than you realize. You are so much more protected than you know. You are so much more loved by the universe than you can comprehend. What was meant to destroy you has only made you stronger. What was meant to curse you has only brought you more blessings. What was meant to end you has only elevated you. Your enemies thought they were playing chess, but they didn't realize you had the divine playing on your side, and there's no winning against God. So hold your head high, protect your energy, keep your plans private, and get ready because your greatest chapter is about to begin, and everyone who tried to stop you is going to have front row seats to watch you win. This is Blue from Twin Soul Collective Guidance, reminding you that you are protected, you are anointed, and your victory is already written in the stars. Take care of yourself, beautiful soul, and I'll see you in the next reading.